because it's so dynamic in like because the musical storytelling of like Beauty Underneath, that one, Devil Take the Hindmost, and then Beneath a Moonless Sky.
Yes.
Those three
Oh,
songs like
nice.
live rent free in my head. And I remember Caitlin and I sat down and like we because we both have been stage managers, and we decided it's like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna just start blocking out these scenes
It's so much
because why
fun.
not?
My goodness.
And
Sorry.
so and that was going to because like the college that I was going to, one of your finals would have been it's like you have to block out scenes
Oh yeah.
for like one of the stage managing classes I think it was. Um, and that would have been my project. I would have done those three.
And this is where everyone rolls for initiative.
Oh, all right then.
I'm kidding. That's not yet. Also, welcome, Adrian. I saw you show up as I got everything situated.
Hi.
Hopefully, your fight against your dinner has been victorious.
Yeah, Mexican food.
Ah,
Ah,
that
I
explains
still
everything.
have acid reflux, so it might sound weird, but
That's fine. For those who can't tell, we are down in Elric for the audience. For the purposes of our story, Elric will be T-posing across the main deck of the ship, doing night watch duties and all that. He will occasionally give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to the party based on what they do, so don't worry about it.
is
I like it.
Elric nocturnal now because he has to do the night shift?
Wait, what?
Is Elric nocturnal now because he has to do the night shift and he's not used to it?
Well, technically, as a half elf, they don't need sleep as much as human or non-elves do. But if the elven properties from most fantasy carry over to Final Fantasy, they just do like a couple hours of meditation, if I remember right.
Hence the T posing and the scuttling.
Yep. But for a quick refresher, how was it put? The party met 3 new friends. There was Grand Theft Nautical. Mogzio's doing their best to keep it quite quietly contained and sort of passing the deception. I don't know. DFA has set up a nest for Egamedes. Dell has discovered an entire hold full of stuff that is definitely not theirs.
Confused.
Yeah, Dell's just like, oh yeah, Dell also got stabbed by a card.
Only a little bit.
To which DFA learned there was no blood, but did nothing about that. I think did I miss anything?
And fix Dell's pants.
Oh yeah, and they fixed Dell's pants, which was very sweet of them. Hyacinth was a little confused by the rooms being already furnished, but was like, whatever. Corey found a room, situated herself, and called it a night.
yep.
Oh, and Mogzio did a complete paranoid searching of his room before deciding, you know what, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. I think I covered all the main beats of last week. Well, last session. Oh, also, I said it before, I'll say it to the party. The campaign is officially old enough for drink. We've made 21 sessions.
Woo!
And after all the events you guys have gone through, I assume this campaign needs a strong shot of tequila.
Getting there.
Tonight we pick up, it's been about 4 or 5 days since you guys left the port, so you guys are about a day or two away if you were going there from Scione as a reference point, and for the most part, the adventure's been smooth sailing. Haven't encountered anyone on the seas. If I'm guessing correctly, DFA has contained herself mostly to the crow's nest.
Correct.
Some things DFA would have seen up there were flocks of seagulls. Thankfully, because of the situation, she did not run away. She occasionally would see some pods of dolphins swimming next to the ship, but it's typical things you'd see on the ocean. Mogzio, in your time searching more of the captain's quarters to make sure there's no booby traps, you discovered mostly ledgers regarding places that the ship has been prior to your acquisition. You've learned from Rowan that Amelia's intent was to give you guys something that would keep you out of trouble until you two cross paths again. And you learned that the 3 people that worked with you owed Amelia a favor, so the deal was they work for you until you release them.
So we have indentured servants?
No, it's more like as long as you pay them, it's a partnership, but they don't want to owe Amelia a life debt.
Valid.
And no matter how much you pestered, he will never. Rowan will not reveal what resulted in this owing of a favor, implying it's not something that you all need to know. I think that's about it. That's covering. You guys find yourselves. Where's here we were. Oh yeah. As of today, it's been a little bit of a downpour. The amount of rain falling has obscured the view 40 feet ahead on all directions of the ship, so without any like spyglass or anything, you can't see 40 feet beyond the ship. And the rain is quite cold, so if you're outside, you are going to be a little chilly. Other than that, the day is yours.
If it's raining, then I would retire to Mogzio's room
Okay.
and, like, get the bed all wet,
Of course.
and I would take Egamedes with me.
I ask because I am simply curious. When drenched, does DFA lose the armor and hang it up to dry, or just like deal with it?
No, Shiz deals with it.
Okay, that was an important question. All the squelching,
Ew.
like the wet boots. Also, how's Egamedes react to being wet?
I don't think a whole lot phases him.
That's valid.
Like his mother.
Egamedes is learning from the best in the art of not giving a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a bad thing for everybody else, though. Moxio, how do you react to the sudden appearance of a soaking wet DFA?
I think at this point I'm just like woken up, remembered everything, and now he's just lethargic, and it's just like, you know what, it's not ours. Whatever. Get it wet.
Does he say that?
No. I just pay no attention to it.
Fair enough. Really quick jumping. What is Corey doing at the moment? Again, mind you guys, it's been 4 or 5 days, so you've kind of gotten your sea legs. Well, those of you who aren't petrified of the ocean have your sea legs back, and you're getting used to the layout of the ship.
Well, I'm assuming no one has misbehaved. So I guess I don't actually have to do my job.
No more than usual. There was a slight awkward moment when 83N decided to start a tradition of telling Captain Mogzio a joke of the day every day to lighten his spirits. And the last one you overheard was him asking Mogzio, why do koi fish swim in groups of 4?
Oh no.
When Mogzio said, I don't know why, the answer was to avoid predators. See, when a predator attacks, koi fish A through C will go one way, while the 4th one stays as a decoy.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's
I will avoid putting him in jail for that.
He is the navigator. It would be kind of bad if you threw him in jail.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm thinking I'll take my chances.
I don't know why, but I pictured Magzio as like contemplating murder every pun he gets from the robot.
Yes, I'm staring off the port side bow, just in like full like Narcos meme stare.
Funnily, right before the session, I was actually watching a thing about the Narcos show, and I'm like, huh, I should probably start watching this.
I only know the meme.
Oh yeah, it's that reminded me. That's what I was like, hey, that's convenient. So yeah, that's what you've been doing, Corey. Hyacinth, how about you? What have you done for the past 5 days?
So, bothering our medic.
Oh, Victoria.
Yes, Hyacinth probably slept through the first day because sea legs,
Oh yeah.
getting used to being on the water again. But then instinctively went back to try to find Rayhan. Then realized, oh wait, we're on a different ship. All ships are different, and so then decided to just watch Victoria work, but also asking about like poisons and like medical supplies and probably like where the best place to like try to aim an arrow at to do the most damage is, and then but then also where the best place is to aim an arrow at that would do the least amount of damage.
Though a little unnerved by your questions, Victoria does give you the answers. She admits that she's a little concerned sharing the information, but no more so than remembering the time where Rowan asked if someone was trapped on an island with a certain type of narcotic, how long could they survive if they were eating themselves to, maintain. So the response generally is, as long as you're not doing anything like that, I guess I shouldn't be that concerned.
Hyacinth's response will be, it's like, oh no, we just end up like going and fighting people sometimes, but whenever we fight, we're supposed to like hit Corey so then Corey can fight better. But I just want to know, like, if I have to hit Corey or try to hit Corey, I don't want to actually hurt her. But I still want to like help her be more angry at whoever we're fighting.
It's during that Victoria points out that, thankfully, Roegadyn, being built sturdier than most other species, can take a lot of damage before it actually affects them. So as long as you don't try to kill Corey, you should be fine. That being said, when Corey's in that state, just don't stand in her way. Because Victoria can only do so much with a ship's medical equipment, and hospitals are expensive.
And this was not it would never hurt me. Corey hired me.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
Right? Got that, Corey. Hey, Dell, what are you up to so far in the journey? Have you spent your time?
That is a damn good question.
And mind you, you still have the orb.
That's very true. I think he's a little like leery of getting like sucked into it again because it did some weird shit last time. Especially with everything like else that's apparently odd on the ship, because he doesn't quite get, like, he gets that he's not supposed to talk about what's in the hold, but he doesn't get why. So yeah.
Okay.
So I think what he's been doing is like roughly every hour he goes down and like checks on the like internal equipment, like the stuff that's connected to the rudder or whatever.
Okay.
I don't actually know.
No, yeah. You're doing your job as maintaining the ship. Okay.
Yeah, and I think like in between that, just because he doesn't like not knowing what he's not supposed to be talking about. I think he's taking an itemized inventory of the shit that's hidden in the crates. He hasn't shown anyone, but he just like he doesn't like that he doesn't know, so he's just taking an inventory.
This is Dell's villain arc. He becomes a bureaucrat.
But yeah, so he's just sort of like taking notes on everything, writing it down, like here's what's in what and where. He's got like a little map on this like note on like these like sheets of parchment where he's taking notes and shit. He's got like a map of like the crates that are numbered, and each number corresponds to certain things, and there's like a fucking index, and yeah.
For the record, after 5 days, not only have you done that, you've also started itemizing the secret compartments that you found throughout the ship.
Oh my god, yes.
like one of the days you'd be walking from the mess hall and a floorboard would like creak under your foot, and you'd instantly be like, wait a minute. Checks, and it's like, oh god. Another day you open the door a little too quickly and the wall opens up and you're like, oh god. And you're just realizing this really is a smuggler ship because like there are hiding places everywhere. Thankfully, none of them are booby trapped. It's just they're everywhere.
That's good because he would not be able to hide that. He'd just be over here like just disarming shit, just like stop, go away.
No, day 3 Moxie wakes up to an explosion and you hear Del, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
anyway, yeah, that's what he's doing.
By day 5, you would have you probably know this ship better than most of the crew at the moment because of this methodical note taking.
Somebody's just like, yeah, I really need to go up and get this thing. I'm like, oh, just take the mini staircase underneath the second level. The what? Yeah.
The stress levels must be intense for that poor robot. Alright, let's see, now I have to do a thing. Alright. Just so you guys know, again, this is day 5, so. Around 3 or 5 in the afternoon, the downpour stops, but the skies don't clear at all. Those of you outside, or, just moving about and not in their rooms, would notice a sudden decrease in temperature, more so than before. And you would also notice, well, Rowan notices it first and then tells Mogsio to spread with the others, that there seems to be frost building up on the sides, on the sides of the ship and all that. And a heavy mist is rolling in, engulfing the ship, limiting view further than before.
Do we need to do anything about that, Rowan?
At the moment, I don't think so. Though I would find it a bit odd we went from clear skies to rain to this so quickly.
Well, meteorology isn't an actual science.
What do meteors have to do with
it? Exactly. Should I have DFA sweep that off the ice?
It might be for the best, though I wouldn't want her to put herself out if she is busy with the bird.
No, it's fine. We'll make a game of it.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And if there's nothing else.
It could be my old ears. But I swore I heard something earlier. It could have been nothing. If I hear it again, I'll let you know.
Okay.
As this is all discussed, 83N goes to make a joke, but Rowan quickly throws a hand and goes, not now. Things seem off. Sparing you from today's joke.
Oh, good.
So is DFA going to remove all the ice that they can find, or is she going to be like, yeah, no?
Depends. How is she asked?
Mogsio, how is DFA asked?
Um, probably just find her and be like, "Do you want to play a game?"
What kind of game?
Well, it's you jump off the side of the boat
Go
and you
fuck
try to
yourself.
no wait, hear me out. It'll bug you. Not gonna try that hard.
I'm sorry, but just the way you said that was perfect. So you're not going to pursue it, you're just going to let that go?
No. Rowan didn't seem to think that it was gonna be an issue, so I'm not
Okay.
gonna try that hard.
Okay, just the way you were like, oh, fuck. After about, say, 45 more minutes of this, Victoria comes up from below and mentions that with the temperature drop, she does have winter gear for everyone so that they don't have to worry about any hypothermia. And that all they need to do is come downstairs to the medical room and you can grab whatever it is that you'll be wearing. And for the record, all it is winter coats, but it gives you a +2 resistance to any cold while wearing it. You guys can put that down until you leave the coldness. That being said, if anyone has any ice-related skills, sucks to suck. I'm trying to think, what do I got?
You said +2 resistance to cold?
Yeah, like any kind of cold damage in general. The outfits are very warm.
Heck yeah.
Victoria specifically is wearing a very vibrant red with gold complementary design, like what's the fucking word? Embroidery, that's the word. Has one of those what are those stupid hats called? The round Russian hats. Not the deerstalker one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, those ones.
It's got like the little ear flappies and
Yeah, but it goes all the way around the head.
yeah.
She's also wearing like thick black leather gloves. Rowan, being a stubborn old turtle, simply says, after fighting with Victoria over it, he will wear a scarf, nothing more.
Sir, you are ectothermic.
Is it the Ushanka hat?
Thank you, those things, yes. Thankful someone actually looked it up or knew it.
Yeah, I totally looked it up.
Love those hats. And because he is a robot, 83N looks around and realizes everyone else is dressing up in warmer clothing, so he adorns himself in a coat just to play along, to not make you all uncomfortable.
Well, that's nice of him.
Yes. After all this, Rowan does call Mogsio back up to the helm and mentions things might be a lot worse than he thought originally, because looking over the sides of the boat, Mogsio, you will notice parts of the water are beginning to freeze over. Not like iceberg-wise, but like there is a half-foot layer of ice forming in the water. It hasn't fully connected to like lock the ship, but there are patches of it forming all up the ocean.
Now, do we need to do something about that?
As long as the ship moves, we should be fine. If we get locked, then that's a different story. This fog, though, makes it hard to see ahead, so until it happens, we can't know for sure.
Well, I guess there's no use worrying about it until something happens. Maintain course.
Aye, aye, Captain. You do notice, because again, you've been talking to him long enough, he does look freezing. But again, his old man pride is not letting him cave and search for a coat.
Isn't he a turtle man?
He is a turtle man.
This is why toxic masculinity is bad for you.
He's an old
That
turtle
means-
man with old turtle ways.
Exactly. I said what I said.
Just waiting for Dell to sneak up and try to put a coat on him.
Cold weather is bad for reptiles.
Cold weather is very bad for reptiles. I think the only people on the ship that would actually be fine in the cold weather as they are is the Moogles, because the fur. Yeah, I think they're the only ones who would naturally be, like, a little more better suited. So what about the rest of you? You're noticing the temperature drop and all that. Any reactions that we need to know about to the cold?
I've been checking. I don't know how much Shindroids actually feel the cold.
Question.
If that makes sense. But, like, I know he doesn't have like a resistance to cold damage or anything like that. But because of the way that Shindroids are, I don't actually know if like environmental cold outside of like extremes would necessarily, like, whatever would cause you to like take harm from it, that would be perceived. But I legitimately, like, I've been looking it over and I legitimately don't know.
Well, as we don't have much in the form of lore, well, I'll leave that up to you how you think Dell would react. Because he clearly would detect the temperature is dropping.
Yeah.
So there's clearly
honestly-
awareness.
Honestly, if anything else, because he's got so much magitech, you know how like with some like high powered electronics, they actually work better and are preserved longer at colder temperatures.
Oh, so this is like helping him prevent overheating.
I wonder if he runs a little more efficiently.
You know what? We'll do a quick roll to find out. Roll me a, just for the shits and the giggles. Roll me a Constitution.
Okay, just flat
Yeah,
plus whatever my.
just a flat con roll. How if this benefits or doesn't do much.
Okay, 14 plus 1 is 15. I've got a 12 con.
We'll say that for the sake of, tech being tech, you notice you're not as, for lack of a better term, running warm. You actually feel a sense of like, oh, my body feels cooler than it normally does, which is strange given everything I've been doing recently.
It's like, oh, these connectors and connections aren't as like strained as usual. They're fine.
Your internal cooling is working less than it would at this point. Your joints aren't as overheated from movement, and some of your processors seem to be a bit more, not quicker, but there's less heat slowing it down.
Oh yeah.
So overall, it's like, it's a good day. No hindrance, no sluggishness. It's like, oh, this is what's like when the brain works with me.
He took his Adderall.
No, I was about to make a joke. For one day only, Dell knows what it feels like to be neurotypical.
Hmm.
I have Adderall and I still don't know. Anyway,
Same.
did you know that I'm currently medicated right now? And I think I need a higher dose. I'm fine. Anyway, yeah, no, I think, sorry, Dell is just enjoying everything and seems to be moving like just a little bit quicker and seems to be like just a little bit like more peppy than he has been so far.
Also, because for the sake of knowing, if Dell goes outside, he will notice the forming ice on the water and what looks to be like tiny bit of the starting of snow falling from the sky.
Yay!
So no idea if you've had Dell experience snow yet.
I don't think so. I think he was from a warmer town
Okay.
and then went south. So I don't think he's actually seen snow.
Okay. So this will be his first
So when he
experience.
becomes aware that that's a thing, he will immediately be stopped and riveted.
Ah, shit. And I'm just picturing Dell like going, "What's this?" Corey, Hyacinth, are you guys still down below, or did you guys go up to see what's going on with everything?
I think I would have gone up, and I also don't know if Corey has experienced much snow either, because I can't remember.
For the most part, unless you live in a desert region or somewhere specific, most of the world experiences all the normal 4 seasons. It's just a matter of how much intensity the seasons are. Some places have mild winters, some have like extreme blizzards. So if you say that they haven't experienced snow, they probably haven't.
I'll say she hasn't experienced it often
Okay.
and doesn't super like it either.
I hate it. How about the normally jungle-bound rabbit? Do they particularly like snow?
Think Hyacinth is trying to catch snowflakes on their tongue because they've heard that's what people do. But they are also bundled completely in whatever the Final Fantasy equivalent of a peacoat would be, like the long coats.
Okay.
And their hair is piled on top of their head to cover their ears from the cold.
That's adorable.
Very
They
valid.
basically have fun buns going around the ears.
I love the mental image.
They're a very fun bun.
If I would assume correctly, Mogsio hasn't changed out because all he has to do really is zip up his coat. Or at least
Pretty much.
buckle it.
The beer back and get a call.
Alright, what about DFA? You're wearing armor. Do you need anything to go under that to keep you warm?
No, I have like 3 coats of fur.
It doesn't mean you wouldn't pass up the chance for winter aesthetic.
What about Echemedes?
That's a good question.
Yeah, she'd probably shove him inside a jacket.
He's just a baby.
I don't know why, but I'm picturing Egamedes fighting with DFA and DFA being like, "Listen, kid, it's cold. Put on the coat."
You're gonna catch pneumonia.
And you just hear a loud quah, quah. Till finally the coat is on and Egamedes looks very, very displeased. Like a grumpy cat. I would need, since everyone seems to be outside, everyone to roll a perception.
Oh dear.
It's fine.
Oh dear.
It's fine. Rolling in the middle of the ocean, it's fine.
27.
Dell
Oh,
sees
Oh, and Del can watch the Twitch stream.
How did you do, Corey?
I got a 5.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
No, wait. 26.
All right. How did DFA do?
13.
All right. Corey, you and DFA are busy a little more fixated on Agamedes' reaction to the coat debacle to notice. But Hyacinth, you and Dell notice off in the distance a strange silhouette. And by strange, I mean like it wasn't there, but now it is. The both of you are able to not tell what it is, at least specifically, but you have an idea based on the fact that you can see outlines and shapes. Dell, you're able to see a bit better. You can see a building and what looks like to be the shapes of a lot of ships.
Oh, interesting. While also still catching like the random snowflake, he's aware that it's going to melt, but he still tries to get like as close a look as he can before it melts. It's a whole thing. But in between that, he's going to call up to probably Moxio, because I'm guessing you're near to like the navigator.
To my knowledge, right now, Moxio, Rowan, and 83N are just chilling out on the helm, doing their job.
Okay, are they near the wheel?
Yeah, that's the helm.
Okay, thank you. Sorry,
Yeah, no, you're good.
So yeah, he's gonna call up. They're like, does everyone else see the weird shapes? Because they're over there, and it's I don't know if they're in the water with us or if they're above it, but we should look out for that. Right there.
Hyacinth is going to turn to Dell and say, "It's like, do you think snow humes can like have ships?"
Snow humes?
It's a thing that I heard somebody talking about, where you make a person or a thing out of snow.
Like a homunculus?
That's adorable.
Maybe, I don't know what that word is.
A fake, the mythical fake person that you can imbue with energy, and then they walk and talk around, but they're made of other things.
We should make one of those. We can have a new friend.
No, it's not a good idea.
It really costs an arm and a leg.
God damn it.
Or your family.
I really expected someone else to make the joke first, but no one jumped on. So I'm like, okay, taking it.
Well, it's hard to jump when you're in a suit of armor.
Or if you don't have a body.
God damn it. Rowan does respond to Dell and says, "Not to worry, the ship seems to be caught for the moment, so it seems we are not going to have to worry about hitting anything."
Oh, that's good.
And it is that
What
point. It's actually at that point where the ship gives a sort of felt rocking as like a sudden stop. And all of you, however you feel, look over the ledge and see the what was before like different ice flows are now more connected, and they are surrounding the ship, holding it fast.
Oh.
For the record, the ice is not crawling up the ship. It's just that, the flows have gotten tight and around the ship so it can't go anywhere.
Yeah, makes sense.
It may be made of wood, but it is not connected to the ice flows yet.
This seems less than ideal.
If I may.
Hyacinth is gonna go find Moxio. Because they think that's what a first mate would do.
You would find Moxio at the helm with Rowan and 83N. I would assume that Moxio is currently contemplating how to deal with this next turn of events.
Somewhat.
The ice flows that you guys have been passing have been slowly getting closer, and now they're kind of compacting around the ship and holding the ship fast. So, Rowan, more or less, not to be that Debbie Downer, but we're kind of stuck.
How do we get unstuck?
We could, well, 83 Ed and I could do some fire magic and start to melt some of the ice. Create a path to go backwards a bit. Use the watch boy to help. If you guys want to go look around to make sure that we're not going to be in any danger. Gesturing off towards the distance where the shapes ahead of you guys are.
I suppose we could do that. Is this typical for this region?
There are rumors and stories about this area. Some say there was a lighthouse. Unlike many you'd see elsewhere, it's sitting on you could call it just a sandbar of sorts. Over the years, it's been there to make sure that people don't run aground. Unfortunately, it seems, if my eyes are right, not everyone was able to turn away in time. Haven't heard much story
should go
about
drinking
the
at the
cold.
We should go drinking at the sandbar. Hopefully they have things to drink other than sand.
Though he is a turtle man, and their faces can't really do much like human expressions, you can feel Rowan just giving you a dead stare of, not that kind of bar. But I like the optimism.
I prefer that kind of bar.
We should be fine here, Captain. It should take us a couple hours at best to melt the flows enough to get us backed out if you wish to go exploring up ahead and see what we're dealing with.
I suppose we could do that.
Very good. As I mentioned, I will require the assistance of the elf one. And then he yells out for Elric to be like, hey, toss him a pickaxe, start breaking the ice up around the ship. And of course, you just hear Elric grumble because he had gotten maybe a couple hours of meditation before being called.
Aww.
Since the ship took off, he's been taking like sporadic siestas throughout the trip just so he can stay focused. That was his like third siesta of the day, and he was woken up before he could finish it.
Oh,
Poor guy.
He wanted to be a watchman. That's what he has to do. Though he does make a comment to you all saying, I'd rather be doing this than going out there, so just come back safe.
That might actually kill something.
You might. Who knows? You might. Let's see if you find anything. That being said, I need all of you to roll an intelligence or wisdom, whichever you prefer. And it'd be a save, not a check.
Oh. That time I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Nice. Wait, you said an enter whiz save?
Yep.
a little will save.
So yeah, wisdom would be a will.
Okay.
But if your will isn't that strong, you can just do a wisdom. I'm intelligence.
Okay. I also got a natural 20 plus 3, so a 23.
Okay.
Nice. I got 9 plus 8, 17 for
Okay.
will.
And how about
That is a
how-
26 altogether for me.
all right, how about the Moogles? How'd you two do?
13.
30-20.
DFA. In a strange moment that you really can't explain, you think you hear something off in the distance, but the minute you start to focus on the noise, you actually briefly forget the names of the 3 people you're traveling with. Rowan, Victoria, and 83N.
I don't think she ever knew their names.
Okay, I phrase it. You've forgotten that you were even traveling with them, and they don't seem to ring a bell when you look at them.
I'll be honest with you, bud.
I know.
think that's pretty much how it is all the time.
Just letting you know, it's a noticeable moment for her. The rest of you, though, seem fine as you guys get ready to head off towards the silhouettes in the mist. You guys have options. Would you rather go towards what looks to be the silhouettes of what could be ships, or what Rowan described as the lighthouse?
Flip a coin.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't really have a preference. I mean, I guess lighthouse.
I vote lighthouse.
Lighthouses are cool.
Does Dell have a preference?
I don't think so. No, sorry. I was looking to see because I know that there are. I didn't take it, but I know that there is like a secret so that you can know like the potential outcome of something. But I don't think I took that one. So
Okay.
I'm good. I'm just gonna chill.
Okay. And DFA, do you have a vote?
No.
Okay, so I guess lighthouse it is. Because you guys are walking on ice, I'll say that in lieu of making you guys do dex rolls, because the ice is thick and sturdy enough to walk on without issue. It takes you guys about like 45 minutes of walking to get to the solid land, though solid land is being generous. It's very rocky and not at all sandbar like you were told. Instead of a traditional lighthouse, you guys find dozens of angular columns, each made up of pale white stone of unequal and increasing height, rising out of a central triangular base. Columns culminate in a final square pillar reaching 150 meters, I almost said miles, 150 meters in the air. From the ship, no matter what direction you guys were looking, the apex of the column seemed to always face toward you. Now that you guys have reached it, the apex seems to always face away from you. The stone that this building is made of appears to be immune to the weathering and pitting of the waves, the cold, that other structures located by water would be affected by. It stands in a stark contrast above all of the rotting, frozen, and destroyed hulks of ships that you've passed on your way. And now that you're closer, you notice it emitting a strange blue light from the top. Not like a beam that a lighthouse would give off, but just a blue light from the top. And it is here you guys need to do another wisdom, will save, or an intelligence.
15.
Okay.
15 as well.
All right.
23.
Okay.
6.
Just 6?
Just 6.
Okay. And Dell? That was great.
Are y'all still there? It did the
Yeah.
robotic
No, oh no.
thingy.
Yeah. No. We have to do another will save or an intelligence roll.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I've been hearing like robotic-y static, and then it finally went quiet, and I was like, oh no.
The lighthouse was so spooky it made you like tune the world out.
Yeah, I got a 12 this time.
Okay. Hyacinth, you suddenly had a moment where you don't remember how you met the group. You just know you've been with them for a while, but you do not remember how you met them.
Okay.
And during this moment of like trying to remember, you'd distinctly hear, because your bunny ears hear more, what could only be described as something like an eerie vocalization. You guys have made it to the lighthouse without any encounters, so and thank the dice for that.
You.
I had things planned, and the dice said no. What do you do now that you're at the lighthouse?
Does Hyacinth remember that they heard the eerie vocalization? Or does it just wipe past whenever they remember?
They remember hearing it, but due to what you rolled, you chalk it up to like sounds you'd hear when the waves crash.
That would.
So you just chalk it up to, okay, that's just must be weird noises bouncing off things. And your brain just goes, hey, that sounds like a vocalization. That's kind of neat or weird. You can't pinpoint it. Oh, and just so you guys know, the main entrance is just a plain wooden door.
Don't trust that.
You've encountered how many wooden doors until this point?
Yeah, and I kicked them because I don't trust them.
I feel like that's fair.
Every party has a vendetta against doors, I swear to God. What do you all wish to do outside this lighthouse?
If nobody else does anything, Dell will approach and knock.
The last thought thing. How about we just knock on the door?
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do with other doors you don't know.
Oh no, I'm just making the joke of like every tabletop. We come across a door. I say pick. I say kick. How about we just knock, guys? You knock on the door and nothing happens.
I
Okay.
don't like the way you said that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's no response. There's no, like, the door doesn't slowly creep open in a horror movie. Dell knocked on the door. Nothing happened.
Corey is going to ask Hyacinth or Moxio to see if the door is trapped.
Why would it be
I
trapped?
would-
It's a lighthouse.
Okay.
It's a creepy lighthouse.
I will have Hyacinth go to the door and start looking for traps.
Roll me a wisdom or perception. Whichever you prefer.
The vibes are bad, man.
We need the vibes to roll a pass or fail check, please.
21.
21.
Perception.
You notice that the lock of the door is connected to wires that run along the walls, like around the frame, and they connect to some of the tops of the columns that as they go up, and as you follow the wires, you notice the glint of metal from arrows that are aiming down at the door.
Wait, hold on. That's a 23. Also, did I beat the DC by 10?
You beat the DC by 12.
Then Hyacinth can study a trap, figure out how it works, and bypass it using
Okay.
trap finding.
The long and short is if someone picks the lock or forces it open, there will be 8 arrows that'll shoot down. No, 21 arrows that'll shoot down at where you all are standing, hitting whatever's in their target. So you would need to open the door without tripping the trap. So again, don't force it and don't fuck up picking it. Or find the key.
They are going to point at the arrows and the wires connecting to the door and explain it's like, well, it looks like they don't want visitors ever, which isn't very helpful because aren't lighthouses supposed to be helpful? But if we try to get in this door and don't do it properly, then all of those will shoot us. Or who's
Knew
ever
it.
still down here.
Knew it.
Do we want to try to find a way to open it? I can try to open it, but I might get shot.
We can all step back.
If I bull rush the door, can I break it down before the arrows hit me?
First of all, Bogster, did you say anything after we could step back?
If Hyacinth wants to pick it.
Oh, okay, because all I heard was we
I'll
could all
try.
step back, and I'm like, oh, did this cord just cut out? Okay, making sure. You could try to bull rush the door. Like, that is an option that is available to you.
I feel like that could work
Okay.
too.
Because again, it's just a wooden door. It's not like reinforced or anything like that.
Okay. Well, the other option is everybody stands back while Hyacinth picks the lock.
Yeah.
So, out of character, if she picks the lock and succeeds, will that trip the trap too?
No. It's only if she...
No, it's only...
Yeah, because of her bypass, it'd only be if she fails.
Okay, well, if you
So,
want to try to pick it, you can.
I remind you, you can ready an action to try pulling her out of the way if she fails. But that would have to be a like you'd be essentially readying a grapple and move.
We can try that. I feel like they would be less angry if I didn't break the door entirely.
Okay. So if that's the case, Hyacinth, if you want to try to pick the trap.
Is that going to be disable device?
Yes, it would be. Just out of curiosity, do you have like thieves' tools or anything on you?
Should.
I'm asking because if you do, that gives you advantage.
I don't think I have the item these tools. I think
okay. No, that's why I didn't know if you had the actual
things
item.
that they use.
Oh no, I asked if you had the actual item thieves' tools.
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that was.
Well, no, I wasn't sure if you grabbed them or something. I don't know.
I don't think they can. I don't think it was listed under the thing that I would get as a thief. So I don't think I talked about it.
Okay.
So they just have kind of just makeshift tools that they're using. Okay. And I'm trying to make sure that I can add half my level to it as well. So
good thing I was leveled up recently.
Right?
Like while all this is going on, DFA's just checked out, being like, "Hey guys, a lighthouse."
She's still trying to wrap her head around why she's not remembering things.
Oh, she's actually like concerned about it?
She's thinking on it a little longer than she normally would focus on it.
Okay. That's interesting. That's a plot development that I didn't plan for. Okay.
22.
Um,
And with my trap finding feat, that also means that I can also disable. I can disarm magic traps
thankfully,
using disable.
this is
Well,
not magic.
oh my god.
So you said what, 22?
22.
While you're like getting close and like preparing to do it, you notice that right under the knob or handle for the door, there's a hidden button, and when you press it, you can hear a click, and the wires seem to disengage from what they're connected to in the keyhole, allowing you to tell that the trap has been disarmed.
I think I did it and didn't get shot.
Who's gonna be the first guinea pig?
And
Sure.
Hyson is going to just turn to Corey and say, "You don't think that if I get shot, that I get extra like angry and like attack things like you do, right?"
Probably not.
Okay, then I will try my best to keep not getting shot.
Please do that. I will volunteer as door opening tribute.
Are you going to do so normally, or are you going to do it physically?
I'll do it normally, I guess.
I have to ask. You know this.
I don't want to, but there's no reason to kick it in now.
Okay. Okay. Open the door, and thankfully Hyacinth was successful in disarming the trap. Nothing happens. I will say, because Hyacinth, you were able to see how high up. If you want, you can try to take. Actually, no, wait, no, it would be too high up for you to reach. Never mind. No, as I say, you could try taking them, but I'm like, no, that would require like scaling the wall and fidgeting with a trap that could set it off.
I mean,
What
GFAs
if I
are really
put her on my shoulders?
That'd be a dex or an acrobatics. Because you're balancing. No, that'd be an acrobatic because you're balancing on her.
I'm just
Then
wondering
what's
if
it
it'd be
get?
tall enough.
No, I'm thinking if you stand on Corey, you should be tall enough. But if you want to do it better, you need one of the Moogles to stand on top of you. Like we'd be
That
looking
seems
at
like a comedy of errors waiting to happen.
I'm just saying it would take about Corey,
without a doubt.
Hyacinth, and a Moogle's height to if they want to try looting the trap.
I can do that. That's fine. Probably need some sleight of hand anyway.
You'd have to both Hyacinth and Moggsy would have to do an acrobatics to stay balanced, and then Moggsy would have to do a sleight of hand. Yes.
Oh,
Well,
easy.
That's up to you guys if you want to try doing the Verizon bars of character heights.
I'm fine with it.
I feel like we're only really going to get like. I feel like we're only really going to get arrows out of it, but let's try it.
Well, you can also get like parts for the trap.
So would that be strength for me?
Strength for you, acrobatics for Hyacinth and Moggsy.
That is a... What do I add to that? 22.
Yeah, you're able to support both of them on your back, and it's nothing.
Heck yeah.
You probably could start doing squats and not be affected.
I will refrain from showing off.
How did the acrobatics go?
22 for me.
18.
Yeah, both of you are fine. There's a little bit of a wiggle when Moggsy climbs up of Hyacinth that causes like a moment of, oh shit, this might not work, but Hyacinth studies out, and then Moggsy is able to get close to the trap and do a sleight of hand to disarm it. Well, disassemble it.
Sleight of hand, right? Not great, but I got a decent modifier. Dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you're able to do that. You're able to get 21 arrows out, as well as you can just write it down as trap mechanisms, gears, and like working parts. so you can make your own trap later if you wanted.
Nice.
I'm gonna put trap parts.
Yeah, and you can do 21 arrows. They're basic arrows, nothing special.
Into the
I will-
arrow bags I go.
Yep, I was gonna give him to Hyacinth.
All right, and then you guys just scuttle down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You guys can now enter the place. The door is open to you. What will be the marching order?
Does somebody want to go ahead as a scout? Because God knows I'm not stealthy.
I guess we successfully disarmed the trap. As long as we're not being loud out here, then I guess I can stealth in.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I forgot.
Yes.
Because Mike wasn't here to banter with me, and I usually remember things to be a banter. Hyacinth would have taken back their dagger that has the shadow materia in it.
Okay. No, we could say that.
So, and
Given that you guys were going and he was staying, it would be wise for one of you to have taken the dagger.
yeah, so it would go to whoever isn't as stealthy and could use that +1.
So at the moment, I think that'd probably fall to Corey at the moment because I think everyone else has a decent stealth.
Yeah.
How's
So
we
DFA
would-
stealth? I think it would either be DFA or Corey that need the higher stealth.
Not Del.
Let me look.
I think Dell's stealth is pretty good, isn't it?
Actually, I do remember his dex being
Del's
pretty
got
high.
really good stats.
I have a +9.
Let's see.
Okay.
It's
I have not that.
I don't have any skills in it, but I do have a +2, so at least I have like something. It's not a negative.
Oh, okay.
So it would, whenever we had left the ship and passed by Elric, that would have, like, the dagger would have gone from Elric to Corey and given Corey time to, like,
Yeah.
attune to it.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So
I
that
literally
sounds
wrote
good.
myself a note, and then I lost the note and said I wrote a note that says talk to Mike about dagger, and then Mike wasn't here. So.
All right. So Corey has the dagger for an added stealth.
Yay.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
She big.
Sometimes that's the one that gets hidden the most. So, Mogzio, if you're going to scout ahead, roll a stealth. Is DFA going to scout with him, or is she going to wait?
She'd probably go with them.
Okay, then you stealth as well, if you're going to be stealthy.
It's okay, because it's a nat 20.
Damn.
Did you out stealth the scout?
No,
Oh.
but I didn't get an at 20.
Ah, okay, I was like, holy shit, did DFA out scout Mogzio?
No, I got a 33.
Oh,
Good lord.
DFA Mogzio just slips into another plane in front of you, so...
I'm only. It's a nat 20 +9, so I'm only a couple points behind him.
Oh, but I'm just saying, with a 33, it's just like, oh, look, Mogzio
Oh,
found
these are rookie numbers.
They are kind of, actually.
They are rookie, and it's going to be such a scary thought later when the game's, like, higher level. You both enter. I need both of you to roll either a will save or a intelligence.
Ruh-roh. 4.
How much?
4.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Is DFA silenced because of shame?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, I was having a hiccup attack.
Oh. Thought you were scolding your dice.
No. Although, yeah, fuck this dice. I rolled a 1.
Oh dear.
Mogzio, you don't remember... Wow, I didn't expect a 1 yet. Okay. You don't remember why you guys came to the lighthouse. Like, your memory of your memory of the day is gone. All you remember is being at the door, and now you're just in a lighthouse, and you're just like, huh? DFA, you don't remember the past 6 days.
How old is Agamedes?
About 6 days.
Oh lord.
Oh no!
You grow up so fast.
Oof.
No, this isn't the first time this has happened. Everything will be fine.
Did you say that out loud or use that off table?
No, I say that out loud.
That's concerning.
Just so you know, because you guys are stealthily inside, only Mogzio heard that. Oh my god.
Okay, I don't even know what to make of that. What do we see?
All you guys see inside is the ground floor of what would be a tower lighthouse. It's pretty empty, save for a spiraling staircase that goes up to the next floor. The stairs are made of the same material as the outer walls. Floor and what is above you, the ceiling, is made of wooden planks. There are like an aqua blue flame torches that line the stairs as they go up. And just for the kicks and the giggles, there is a chest in the far end of the room that's sitting there just unattended.
I'm just gonna be like, did I forget that torches were orange? Or fire is red or whatever?
No, you did not forget that, but it's you. Like I said, you just do not remember anything since you woke up this morning. All you remember about today is you're standing in front of a lighthouse. Now you're inside. You still remember that normal fire would be red, orange, and yellow, not bluish, whitish, unless it's extremely hot.
Muggsy has to double check that with himself and be like, I think something's not right in here. Or just with this place.
For those outside, I need the three of you to roll a perception. No, 3. Hold on.
24.
Corey and Hyacinth, how are you two doing?
Dirty.
Wait, what?
16.
How much?
16.
Corey, what did you say?
Dirty 20.
Okay, so Corey and Dell, as Mogzio and DFA enter, both of you hear what could only be compared to is a like a bird call in the distance. But when you both look around, you can't see it.
Like, we can't see a bird, or we can't see anything around us at all.
The fog is thick, so you can't see a bird.
Oh, okay.
But you definitely heard it, like, sound traveled.
Yeah.
But it's clear that because Hyacinth is watching the Moogles enter and keeping an eye on them, it seems she didn't notice it. Well, they didn't notice it. My apologies.
Interesting.
That was anxiety spikes.
Right. Which is funny because Shindroids, I don't think, have anxiety. They're immune to fear effects and emotion-based effects. So, who knows? Okay, so I think Dell's gonna sort of look around. So this place is very creepy. Should we keep waiting outside, or should we try to duck inside?
I'm gonna follow inside.
And maybe
I
we
think
should go
that-
together.
probably for the best that we go into.
So the three of you entering?
Yeah, and we don't have to go far. You can stay like near the front until they come back. But I don't like this place at all, and I don't want to be that separated for that long.
I thought we hadn't even walked through the threshold yet.
No, you guys would have gone.
Fair.
The inside is literally just the one opening room. If anything, the two Moogles are like 15, 20 feet inside. So like you can still visibly see both Moogles.
Okay.
So you guys would just be stepping over the threshold to join them. That's all.
Should we close the door behind us? Or should we just leave it open?
I say leave it open. I don't trust it.
Yeah, I would maybe pull it too, but don't close it.
The three of you crossing the threshold to join the Moogles.
Okay.
Give me a will or intelligence.
Cool.
I feel like this is like the orb episode all over again.
Look, quick question.
Yes.
Just because it informs like what I'm rolling.
Yes.
So because Shindroids count as both humanoids and constructs, I get a bonus against mind affecting effects. Does this count as that or no?
Yes.
Not really sure what falls under that.
No,
So
it does.
I'm
Also,
okay.
because I want to. Again, this is one of those moments. I won't give context till it matters. Do you have the orb with you, or is it on the ship?
I don't think he lets it go too far from him because he doesn't want someone else to pick it up. But it's in his bag.
Okay, then you get to roll with advantage.
Cool. I don't actually need it because I got a nat 20.
Is this something that's this isn't something that's enfeebling, correct?
In what?
Enfeebling?
No.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah, no.
Then
This is just all of you guys getting onset dementia. That's all.
it's gonna be a 19.
Okay, you two good. How did Corey do?
17.
Okay, you three are fine. Guys are inside. The two Moogles turn to see you three stepped in, and all of you are giving a confused look to what the fuck's going on.
Everything okay?
The fog is spreading a lot, and we heard some creepy bird sounds, but we can't see anything that's causing it, so we don't want to wait outside.
Okay, let's keep going then.
Moggs, you're embodying the less I ask, the less I need to worry about. What will be the, Actually, no, are you guys gonna go straight upstairs, or is someone gonna peruse the lone chest?
I sense going for one of the torches.
Are you investigating it, or are you, like, trying to take it?
Investigating it.
Oh, okay. Then,
Because it's like blue, isn't it? The light?
oh yeah, the flame is a... That's why I can describe it as, like... What example?
Is it like Hades?
Hmm?
Hades' hair?
Yes!
Hercules?
That's actually a perfect way of describing it. Yes, it's like Hades' hair before he gets angry. And as you get closer, you can hear James Woods saying random lines. No, but yeah, if you're gonna investigate it, I would say do a... You have nature knowledge, right?
Mhm.
Okay, wait, hold. Do you have survival?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking other skills before I just throw one at you. Do you have dungeoneering knowledge?
Mm,
It'd be under knowledge.
no.
Okay, then yeah, just do nature. If anyone else
25.
wishes to do so, they can as well. 25?
25.
Like Moxio, you know for sure that fire is not meant to be that color. You also know, naturally speaking, if fire is that color, it's usually more intense. Like, if you ever see blue or white fire, it is extremely hot. However, as you get closer, you notice it gives off the heat that you would feel around a normal fire. This fire is not natural flame. God damn it, Ande. I'm making puns.
Can I do an... This is kind of a long shot. Can I do an appraise, but basically just on the torch itself? To try to see if I can figure out anything about it.
Go for it.
It's not great. 13.
The stone torch embedded into the wall.
Are there any like designs or anything?
Nope.
Like, can it come out of the wall?
Nope. Just stone torch in the wall.
Huh.
Which is why I said before this is not a natural flame, because it's literally just a stone torch with the flame on the top as if like just there.
I'm gonna possibly... Okay, I'm gonna let someone else do something else because I need to look through my inventory real quick.
Yeah, okay.
I guess I will check out the weird torch also.
How would you like to check it out?
If I recall correctly, I have I do have dungeoneering.
Okay. Nice. Okay. I'd like to roll that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think it's the
That
first time I know
is-
someone who actually rolls this. Okay.
18.
All right. You're able to identify that the torches are not hazardous. You also are able to determine that when this place was built, based on just looking at it, you can tell that those torches were carved out of the stone, not put onto it. Like when they were carving inside, they carved that shape out of what, to hollow it out. And you also know that the fire is not some form of aberration, it's not a creature, it's just what it is.
It's just blue fire.
Yeah, and you're not sure how or why it is what it is.
But you said it's not hazardous?
No, it's not giving off any like intense heat. It's not giving off any kind of like oogity boogity spooky arcana stuff. It's just blue fire.
Okay, I'll relay that information.
Like a bear in the Earth Kingdom. Just a bear.
Hearing that from Corey, Hyacinth is going to stick their hand into the pouch that they transferred a lot of their random nonsense into. Bunny takes so much crap.
You really gave me a heart attack. I think you were going to say you were going to shove your hand right into the fire.
No.
I'm like, oh, why
I
is
had
this
to
like
look
a
through my
vibe?
I had to look through my inventory to see what I actually had. I'm going to take one of the candles that Hyacinth took from the villa.
Okay. My voice just...
And stick it onto the brass candle holder that I believe I stole from Isa's office. And they're gonna look at Corey and say, "It's like, do you think if I lit this candle with that fire, it would be blue still?"
You can try and find out. I don't think it'll hurt you.
Okay. And They're going to hold the wick of the can. They're going to hold it by like the candle holder, and lift it, and try to light the candle by the blue flame.
Okay. While you're doing that, what is DFA doing?
Her best.
I mean, that's all of us are doing, but like, is she actually standing still, or is she like moseying
She
around?
is. She's standing uncharacteristically still.
See, this is why I'm asking, because at this point I expected everyone to be like, "Where's DFA?" and she had walked off. I really expected you to have been like, "Okay, this is boring. I'm out." As Hyacinth puts the candle towards the flame and pulls it away, the flame on Hyacinth's candle is normal. Like red, yellow, and orange.
Interesting.
That's strange. And once they see that that the flame isn't blue, they're going to blow it out.
This place is so weird.
You find the fire doesn't go out when you blow it.
Oh. Oh no. Maybe this is just a really good candle?
It's gasoline.
Oh god. It's actually
Well,
a stick of dynamite.
we have a light now.
Hyacinth has
You
discovered. Accidentally, Hyacinth invented the Zippo candle. You
I'm
guys
not
have,
an artificer.
you guys,
So-
you guys have now a lit candle, a stairwell, and a chest, and the outside, which you guys can go back out to and deal with whatever's out there. All those options.
I feel like, again, either Hyacinth or Moxio should probably check the chest for traps. Or mimicry.
I'm not liking my current rules.
I apologize, but I'm not subtle. I'll just hit it with an axe.
In Dark Souls, that's how you do it, though.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Whack. Nope, it's okay. We're good.
Hyacinth will take with the candle that is still burning. Take it over to the chest, and along the way, look for traps around the chest.
Okay. Roll me a. What was it? Roll perception. Yeah, because it's not that big of a space. I want to say the room is 45 to 50 feet circumference. So, like, it's not like you're traveling far.
22.
Yeah, there's no traps. At least leading up to the chest and all that. Or was that roll for the chest itself?
The roll was for the chest.
Oh,
mostly.
yeah,
Like,
then there's
as they're going towards it, they're looking.
No. Okay, no. If it was for the chest, then yeah, there's nothing. It's a chest. You're fine.
They will poke it with an arrow on the side first.
The metal of the arrowhead taps the wood. Nothing happens. It is a chest.
I think it's just a chest. Do you still want me to open it? Or do we want to just put it in DFA's backpack hole?
You know, I forgot about that.
Was it? I think 10 episodes, and then that's when someone forgot there was a bag of holding.
Hey, DFA.
Mm-hmm.
You want to
Put this in your
see if we
bag.
can shove this chest in your bag?
You might want to take the other chest out first.
There's another chest.
Yeah.
We can just leave the other chest behind and put this one in it. We can dump that chest into your bag or my bag.
Just open the chest in front of us.
You heard it, Hyacinth.
Okay. We'll open the chest.
Be
Do I need
careful.
to disarm? Do I need to like disarm it? Do I need
Nope.
to stealth it?
It's unlocked.
Okay.
Concerning.
We'll open the chest.
You open it to find 160 gil coins scattered amongst the bottom. Like they're not in stack, they're just like haphazardly tossed in.
Okay, well, I'll gather those up and stick them in my pouch.
Yep, 160.
Is that all that's in there?
Yep.
Very odd.
Has anything about this place not been odd?
Fair.
Again, I'm getting vibes of the orb episode all over again with you guys being like paranoid.
We're suffering from memory loss. Listen.
It's fine. You guys haven't forgotten anything important.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, what about magnesium? This watch for milk traps. I look over and I'm like, what about magnesium? That's how I make a flashbang.
For all I know, it might actually be a thing.
That's what I was like. Anyway, yeah, no. What do you guys want to do? You guys gonna go back outside and leave, or are you guys gonna go upstairs?
Who wants to go up the
We'll go
spooky old
upstairs.
staircase?
What was that, Mogzio?
So I guess we'll go upstairs.
All right, just let me know the marching order, and then we'll head up the stairs.
I'll be first again.
Okay.
Also first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go behind them.
I'm behind Corey.
So far we got the Moogles, Corey, Hyacinth, and Dell taking up the rear.
I guess so. Like, very close to Hyacinth.
We're going up the stairs together.
Going up the stairs and then going back down the stairs. That's totally fine. And what you guys will find, we will reveal after the break. Because it's about that time, so everyone get up, do your break timey things. We'll be back in just a bit. For those who will not have to do anything, we'll leave you some music while we're gone. Please, though, get some water or whatever, hydrate, take meds, whatever you gotta do. Back in just a bit. Don't go away.
Up the stairs we go.
Quiet. Okay, we is back. Hope everyone had a good break. Hopefully everyone's good. And I hope Rit has gotten some form of hydration.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
I felt the glare of you're not the boss of me in that statement. As we left off, the party said they're going up the stairs. Boogles first, Ori after, then Hyacinth, then Dell. You guys climb the stairs. It's about 15, 20 feet of stair climbing before you come to a door. The door opens pretty easily. It's not locked like the entrance was. Are the two Moogles going to scout in ahead of everyone, or are you just going to walk in as a group?
I guess we can just walk in.
Okay. As walk in, the room is kind of the same as the previous one in terms of like layout. It's just a round room, wooden floor, wooden ceiling. That's about 20 feet high. However, unlike the previous rooms, in a way that makes no sense to anyone, this one has 3 doors in the wall opposite of where you guys entered.
Oh boy.
Written on the wall next to one of the doors is something in... Before I say this, what languages does everyone speak?
We're in common. I think everyone just speaks their racial language and then common.
I said that no one else knows anything else?
Not Dylan, I should know more than that. I know Common, Moogle, Draconic, Goblin, and Sylvan.
Okay.
There you go.
What about Dell?
Sorry, I'm trying to double check where I wrote this down.
That's that moment of like, oh shit, does anyone actually speak this language before I fuck the entire party over?
Right.
It's a language.
Yeah.
Your languages should be
Bottom of the second page.
yeah, bottom of the second page. It's a little column next to limit breaks and special abilities.
Okay. Oh, I may not have taken full advantage of that despite my intelligence. I just have common and runic.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I've got a 16 int, but I may not have just picked the additional things I was supposed to.
I mean, you can fix that later. Mogzio, you're the only one who can understand what's written because it's in Sylvan.
Okay.
If you approach it, when you approach it, because eventually you're in the room, it'll say to tread the path before you, remember the path behind you.
Okay. I will communicate that to the group.
Yep. Again, 3 doors in front of you. That's written next to the middle door. Door behind you came in, and the rest of the room is pretty much empty. Like the torches are on the walls. There's no windows, nothing. Oh, also, all of you guys need to do either a will save or an intelligence roll. How about that as you enter the room?
Nat
18.
20.
Nice.
Also, remember, Dell, you get advantage because of the orb.
Oh, okay. Hey, much better. Dirty 20.
Okay. And Corey and Hyacinth?
Ten.
Oh,
It's muted.
that's fun. I was trying to think what does Hyacinth forget? Hyacinth, you have forgotten. Ooh, A or B, really quick.
B.
You've forgotten all about Issa. Like anything to do with Issa has been wiped from your memory. And as you lose that memory, well, memories, you hear that sound again that you heard outside the lighthouse. And how did you do, Corey?
30-20.
You're fine.
Someone's gonna look back towards the door, like back towards the stairs,
Mhm.
whenever they hear the sound. Is it the vocalizations or is it the bird sound?
Is the vocalizations.
Okay. Then they're gonna say it's like, do you hear that?
I don't hear anything.
What don't you hear? Because once
What
I believe once they say that, they kind of like just forget that they even heard anything.
All right, I hate this place. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Sorry, one more time. What did the thing, placard, sign say?
You tread the path before you, remember the path behind you.
Okay.
Is it just remember the path behind you, or you must remember the path behind you?
I'm verbatim. To tread the path before, comma, remember the path behind.
Okay.
Dell's gonna take just a little piece of like chalk or charcoal or something from his bag, and just mark the door they came in with a 1,
Okay.
and mark whatever door they're about to go through with a 2.
Okay. What about the Moogles? How are you guys parsing the Sylvan riddle? This has clearly got to be a riddle.
DFA does not have the smart.
So she's just going to observe what everybody else is doing.
Would you like to
Kind of in-
perception observe or just casually observe?
Just casually.
Okay. Bogzia, you were saying? Sorry.
I said I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just kind of, they're already kind of like acting on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and let them do it.
Okay. You have 4 doors. 2 of which are marked. Well, one of which is. Second one will be once you pick a door.
So it's the door we came from, then 3 doors down.
Ah, good reference. Yes.
Yeah.
Good callback to 2000s music.
Does anyone have a preference?
Start right, I guess.
To the door on the right.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So again, using the metric of the door that you guys came in as 1, that would mean that would be door. Yeah. Okay. I had to do math in my head. Go ahead. If that's the case, one of you go to open the door.
Sure.
As you open the door, you find it's unlocked. And behind it, somehow breaking what laws of physics all of you understand just by existing, there's a corridor behind it.
Of course there is.
With a door at the end.
Oh, kind of like big lopsided stone,
Wait, what?
like the interior and the exterior of the
Oh yeah,
lighthouse.
yeah. It's the exact same material as every other room you guys have came in so far. It just seems that like where that should be an outer wall that leads to the outside, there's somehow a corridor in front of you. With a door at the end of the corridor. And it's just a straight shot. There is no slant, no stairs, nothing. Just
Go check the middle door.
you can't open the door, and it seems, unless you close the first door.
Should we just go ahead and go right then?
All right, you guys can go through go there if you'd like.
Corey hates this, and at this point, she's just following Moxio.
Are all of you going in, or just Moxio and Corey?
Where Moxio goes, I go.
There. That's 3. What about the other 2?
Just holds their hand out to Dell. Do you want to follow them?
Yeah, we shouldn't split up. I don't like this place.
I don't like this place either.
All right, once you guys are in the corridor, it's about 40. No. 30-foot corridor. Door you guys came in, door ahead of you. That's it. Stone walls, wood floors. That's it. I'm assuming Moxio's in front because Moxio went in first, so. Do you close the door behind you, or do you leave it open as you progress?
Dell, should we mark the back of this door too? Since at the front of it says 2.
Yeah, we'll do that. Puts a 2.
Okay. Are you closing it, or are you leaving it open?
We probably have to close it. So.
Well, I've only
guess
asked because you've left the previous 2 doors open, so I'm asking. The outside door and the door to that room. That's why I'm like, are you leaving doors open or are you closing them?
You know, let's see if it lets us open this other door first.
Okay. Moxio, as you approach the door to open it, it does not open.
Fair enough. Dell will
Okay.
begrudgingly close the door.
Door closes. The doormat now actually will open for Moxio as he pulls on it.
Man, I hate this more and more.
Weird.
Once you guys open the door, you find yourselves strangely in the what looks to be the exact same room you started in.
Does it have the numbers on it?
Roll a perception.
Dirty 20.
The numbers are still where you left them.
Oh, that's weird.
You guys are now standing back in front of door number 1.
Okay. Hold on.
Does the
Are
door
all the
behind us and the corridor still have the number on it?
When you open the door, you find the stairs that you guys went to come up from the ground floor.
okay? So maybe we completed one loop, and we have to do this for all the doors.
So should we put 2 on that door as well?
The door you guys just came in already is marked with 1. Also, to answer you, Del,
The door from the corridor, like on the inside of the corridor, is what Hyacinth's talking about.
the one you guys just came out of.
Yeah, like the back of it.
When
Does the back of it
when you
have that
open that
number?
door again, it's the stairs that you guys used to come up to this room.
Oh.
The corridor isn't there when you open the door again.
Oh no.
Also, to answer you, Del, roll a history check if you can.
Okay. Let's see.
Because you asked a question that was actually one of those like, hey, that's the right question.
Okay, so that's another dirty 20, 14 plus 6.
You remember the thing that Mogzio pointed out? Brought up was Sylvan. And this, historically speaking, what the phrase is an old Sylvan proverb referring to the importance of remembering your past and learning from your faults.
Okay. So I think, from what Mazio said about the thing on the door, I think it's sort of a progress through trial and error, but if you get it wrong, it brings you back to the beginning. So we already know which one took us down the incorrect path. So now we need to pick one of the others and hope that it's the correct one. And I say we keep numbering so that we know for sure, just in case it decides to switch some stuff up. So what door do you want to go through next?
Middle.
Okay.
Okay. So I think this would be 4 on the marker.
No, because
Yeah.
you still have the door you guys came originally is door 1.
Right.
The door you guys
And then-
went in before was the second door to the corridor was door 2.
Yeah.
And when you guys came out that end door, you found out that you guys came out through door 1.
Okay, gotcha.
So technically, you've only marked 1 and 2.
Okay, so door in the middle will now be 3.
All right.
What's on the other side of it?
The exact same corridor that you went into before.
Just to. Well, no, because that's what Mogzio saw when he had checked the other one too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll see if this one's correct, and I'll mark it.
Okay. So is Dale gonna walk first this time?
No, he's still a little too scared for that.
I was gonna say, wow, Dale's taking like bravery points here. Okay.
No, he's not, guys. He's squishy. He's made of metal, but he's squishy.
Is it gonna be the exact same progression order, or is someone gonna be like the guinea pig?
Same order's fine.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. You guys walk into the corridor, close the door behind you, open the next door. Are you opening the next door, or are you gonna?
Yep, open it.
Okay. You open the door, and you open door number 1, and you're back in the beginning.
To the
Okay,
left.
it's gotta be the last one.
Okay. This will be door number 4.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, Dell marks the door. Walks through. Closes the door behind you, opens the door ahead of you. You're at door number 1.
I'm about this close to breaking them all down.
Go back downstairs.
So you're gonna open door number 1 and head down?
Yep.
Okay. Is everyone following Mogzio, or...
I follow.
Okay.
Might as well.
I'm
Yeah.
Those who follow, you guys find yourself back at the ground floor. Also, Hyacinth... Actually, no, that wouldn't apply. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. You guys return to the ground floor, and... What now?
It's
I
only
hate this
outside
place.
of the lighthouse, right? To go.
Yeah, all you have left is the outside door.
All right, walk outside.
Okay, you guys walk outside. Immediately as you guys step out into the cold, windy, and snowy air, roll a perception.
Is 23.
Okay.
25.
21.
26.
The natural 24 or 28.
All of you hear the sound of the bird. It distinctly sounds closer to you guys. Not closer as in, like, immediately closer, but, like, it is within close proximity to you guys as opposed to, like, off towards the ocean or anything like that. Again,
Define close
I have-
proximity.
judging by the noise, again, also because take into account that it's like echoing, it could either A, be in all the hulking ships that you guys passed through in that part, or it could be on top of the lighthouse. It's kind of hard to discern.
Does Hyacinth recognize what kind of bird it might be?
Roll a nature check.
$21.
You have an idea of what it could be. You're not 100% sure, but you have an idea.
It's a dangerous bird. It's a bird of prey.
I am telling you.
Oh no.
I was playing the home game. I digitally whispered to Hyacinth.
As Hyacinth's like hearing it, you kind of see underneath the fun buns, the ears kind of twitch and their head tilts to the side, and they look around. And do any of you know what a snow rock is? It's a kind of bird. I mean, there's snow around here, but why would it be here?
Why? Does anyone else know what a snow rock is?
Snowy rock. Got no idea.
If you want to have a nature thing, you guys have it. You can roll to see if you know, or if you just happen experience what they are.
Are there local legends of the snow rock?
Local legends, no.
Then I'm useless.
Okay. DFA?
I don't know that she would know it by name. I feel like she would know it by sight, but not by name.
Okay, that's valid. Especially given her experience in terms of, like, training. Orion Dell?
I don't think Dell would know what this thing is called.
Okay.
Okay. He's not the
What
nature
would-
boy.
What would I have to roll to see if I know?
Nature.
Okay. Add to that. 15.
How much?
15.
Okay. As Hyacinth's describing it, you're getting a mental image because the name sounds familiar. Like, you've never seen one, but the name stands out, and because of your travels, you do have some idea what you're talking about. And the thing that comes to mind, I sent you an image, and you can act upon said recollection accordingly.
Okay, great. Yep, that looks like a bird of prey, all right.
Let it be known.
Like,
I feel like I'm getting death glare from those who actually know what the creature is.
I don't think I don't think that was. I don't know why it would be here in all of this fog. I mean, there's snow, but wouldn't fog make it really hard to fly? Unless they're used to the fog.
I will say, because you rolled how you did for your nature roll earlier, your theory could also be that the fog is being created because what snow rocks can do, mixed with the warm sea air causing a fog effect.
I think we might have ended up in its home. And I don't think we should stay here.
Yeah, we could leave its home.
We could leave its home. They should be fine with like the fire magic getting the ship out, right? Moxio?
He said hours.
Yeah, he said about two or so hours. It's only been like an hour and 20 minutes.
I mean, we could always help them with that
You guys have
and
fire
stick
magic?
together.
Okay, but
No,
if a
we said
rock,
that.
if a snow rock is a bird, why would it need to live in a lighthouse?
I mean, birds usually like to live high up so then they can protect their nest or have better vision for hunting.
Yeah, but they don't put gold in chests.
Well, no, there was those other ships, so maybe the people who put the gold in the chest were part of the other ships that were stuck here.
It might be bait.
The ships or the bird?
Both.
I have a headache. How big is this thing?
Are you asking off table or on table?
On.
I would say this is what you rolled. You wouldn't know. Hyacinth would know the size.
How big is it?
I'm telling you. And again, you can
Oh,
you can act accordingly.
no. it's really big. Like dragon big, maybe? I've never seen a dragon, but I've also never seen a snow rock. But they eat. They're big enough to where they could definitely need a really, really big nest. And a really, really big thing to perch upon. Like probably as big or if not bigger than our ship. And it
Lovely.
flies.
Actually, hold that thought because I actually have written down how big your ship is. It
Big as our ship.
is about a third to 2/3 the size of your ship in length.
Oh, okay.
I had to do
So it's
math.
not
I had to do math.
it's fine. It's like it's not as big as our ship, but like it's big. It's bigger than us, for sure. Like it's as big as most of our ship.
Would we be running back to the ship?
Um I would Hyacinth know how this thing hunts? If it's a swooping bird or if it's a
It is.
land and eat.
It is definitely a swoopy.
Maybe usually really big birds like to keep moving when they hunt. And if you've ever seen like a hawk grab a mouse out of a field as it's running away without breaking its flight, it might be a little bit like that.
I love how you're describing a hawk grabbing a mouse to a Moogle, which would be the equivalent of a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can either
I don't like
run,
this.
or I guess the ships would probably be better cover than the lighthouse, because the lighthouse we don't know what the hell we're dealing with in there.
The lighthouse pisses me off.
Same.
Might as
If we
well.
want to, go ahead.
We might as well check the ships. Maybe they know something about this giant bird.
We could just find a bunch of skeletons, but I think
We
it'd
could
still
find
be.
that too.
I hope the walls don't try to attack us again, or we end up with Banga who kill our crew in the middle of the night after we help them. That was kind of rude.
Just for my sanity, what is DFA doing while this discussion's going on about giant birds and mice?
She's just watching from person to person.
Okay. Are you, like, actively looking around as you're learning about this thing, or are you just like, okay, that's cool?
I guess she probably like would start actively looking around.
Okay. If you're gonna do that, please roll a perception again. If you want.
26.
While they're talking, because they're all looking at each other and talking, and you're looking straight up past them all, you think through the fog you can see like the silhouette of something flying through the air, circling. Not close circling, but like just flying in an arc.
She's going to say, I would like to not be carried off.
And she's going to walk towards the ship.
Everyone's gonna, I'm assuming, hear DFA or see DFA.
Towards our ship.
Yeah.
All right, plan B it is. Everyone pack around me. Like we're in like how many people we got? We got Bill, Moxio, DFA. I sent Corey. So
What?
Mogzio in the middle, and then everyone else can just take spots within 5 feet of me. I'll protect us on the way back to the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it bad with the minute you said everyone gather around Mogzio? My brain was like, is this a game of Get Down, Mr. President, with Mogzio being the president?
Except the president has throwing cards.
Oh, but just the way you were like, everyone gather around Mogzio. Instead of, let's all protect the squishies in the middle. No, put
Yes,
Mogzio
this
in the
could be
middle.
read 2 very different ways.
Just without context, it's like, wait, Mogzio, are you really willing to sacrifice your party? Yes.
Yes. Is that candle hyacinth lit still going?
Did you keep it?
Yeah, of course I
Then
kept it.
yes, it's still burning.
Is it depleting the wax?
Nope.
No. Cool. Hyacinth's gonna pull out one of the just pull out a normal arrow. Not one of the ones from the trap, just one of their normal ones they have. And light one of them off of the candle.
Okay. You now have a burning
Still
arrow.
burn orange. They're gonna try to blow it out.
It does not blow out.
Sweet. And they're going to hold that and hold that in the candle in basically one hand because it's on a candle holder.
Yeah, it's on a candelabra.
Yeah. And hold those together. And have their bow in their other hand.
Also, just because I need to know from my own sanity how the arrow reacts to the being lit. Okay, the arrow isn't like burning away because it is a wooden shaft arrow. So I was like, does the wood start?
Yeah.
I actually was like, huh, how's that gonna? Okay.
That was my main question. Like, is this?
No,
that was my question with the.
Surprisingly,
wax.
the shaft of this arrow is not burning away to the flames that engulf it.
I would like to keep this fire. If we survive and that thing is gone, I'd like to come back and get more because it doesn't go out. It's actually really cool, but I'm sad it's not blue. I kind of wanted it to be blue.
Just so you know, while you're talking, DFA is still like marching off ahead.
I assumed we were having this conversation.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it while standing still. Okay, so everyone's gathering around Mogzio and following after DFA.
Yep, we'll just keep DFA in front, then.
I'm walking in a zigzag pattern.
Serpentine,
Avoid
Serpentine to avoid the moose.
That's fine. As long as you're within, like, 5 feet of me, we're fine.
Oh, God. Are you guys trying to be stealthy, or are you just, like, beelining it?
We gotta keep up with DFA, so that's up to DFA.
She's hustling. She's not trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
You don't have to be stealthy if you can be fast.
That is 100% valid.
Or if you can just break everything.
That
too. Did you ever bring Agamedes on this adventure?
I think he's probably still on the ship.
That's probably for the best, because if the memory of losing 6 days, then, couple with a random chocobo on your chest would be like, what the fuck, who are you? That could have complicated things.
Caused that child some trauma already.
That too.
Okay, child.
So, at the moment, because DFA's beelining it, all of you hear the flapping of wind and the familiar bird call, and a gust of icy wind comes down on you from behind, causing more snow, more ice in the area, only as the wind comes down on you. And as you all are chasing behind DFA, around you for about 30 to 60 feet long and about 60 feet wide, a bird's shadow flies over you, and you all look up to see a gargantuan snow rock flying above you and taking notice of you. Whereas before it was probably just flying around doing its thing, now it has taken notice of you running across the ice back towards your ship.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye on it.
Okay. Everyone else?
Hyacinth is going to hand, or is going to offer the candelabra to Dell. Like, do you want to hold this so I can possibly shoot this thing?
Oh, sure.
I mean, if you have anything you can set on fire, like if the fire will keep burning, probably. But don't set yourself on fire. That would be bad.
I won't do that.
Okay. And Hyacinth is going to basically knock the arrow with the flame pointing outwards and trying to keep an eye on their surroundings
Mm-hmm.
in case this thing tries to swoop.
Okie dokie. Okay. Are you guys gonna make the straight shot, like, across the ice to the ship, or are you guys gonna use the derelicts as, like, cover as you go? And that's mostly towards DFA, because you're leading of the group, apparently. And you did see the thing swoop over you as well. Ah, okay, I'm like, wait. Ugh. Beep-a-doop-a-dap.
Are y'all still there?
No, we're still
Am I
there.
thinking,
We're
like,
still
there.
oh,
Yes.
No,
I think like
DFA,
now and
DFA had a mic issue.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Does anyone have animal handling? I think DFA might be the only one with good animal handling. Oh, I heard
Okay,
something.
is it working now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I miss?
The long and short, DFA saw the bird swoop down and fly over you guys too, because the shadow, and then it flew over you. And I asked, were you planning on maintaining your zigzagging straight across the ice floes, or are you going to beeline towards the ship to give you cover as you make your way back to the ship? Like, it didn't swoop down close to you, but it definitely swooped enough for you to see the size of it via the shadow, and then when it flew over, you're just like, oh, fuck. That is definitely a big bird.
She'd run for the closest cover.
Which would be the derelict ships. Okie dokie. Everyone, I'm assuming, is following the DFA?
Yep.
Okay.
Fight formation.
DFA, you're the first one into the first derelict ship. It's, we'll say, twice the size of the one you guys have. The ship is it's cracked in the middle, so the two ends of it are sticking up higher than the middle part, which is part in the ice and part above it. You find a hole big enough where it's splitting in the center, and you dive in. The other's not far behind you, and once you're in, you are able to look up and see for the most part, you're in the hold of the ship itself. Meaning there's a couple decks above you to give you above cover from the thing flying above you. And say all that while not hiccuping with pain.
Once she's covered, like instantly covered, she'll stop and just wait for everybody else.
I'd say it's about like maybe half a minute before one else piles in behind her.
Well, Moxia would have to be within 5 feet of me, so he'd be pretty close, right?
I was trying to instruct everyone to stay like right on each other's butts.
Yeah, the only reason why it would take that long is because everyone's trying to get in one at a time into the cracking of the wood. Instead of just everyone dive bombing. It's a 1-by-1 situation, so it takes about like half a minute for everyone to fit in. And once everyone is in, because I just noticed the time, the last thing all of you guys hear is the birds screeching out again. And I was, because Dell was one of the last ones in. Dell, as you like turn around, you notice the bird is now circling all the derelict ships above you guys.
Oh boy.
And that's where we're ending for tonight.
I don't like being hunted.
Is it hunted?
Feels like hunted.
I mean, the alternative was
Hoping is bad?
the alternative was the creepy ass lighthouse. So like, it's catch-22.
Yeah. Corey wants to eat chicken.
Big chicken.
Big chicken.
Big frosty chicken.
Unfortunately, it does not come with what 11 herbs and spices.
I mean, we don't know what they were smuggling. They might have some spices. Do you spice?
They might. But no, that's where we'll end tonight because I just noticed the time. Pick this up next time, and I am interested to see where this plays out because I didn't predict half of that to go the way it did.
That's fair.
I legit expect you guys to go with one of two things: the derelicts, or the lighthouse. Not start one, backtrack, go to the other. I did not expect that. So this is going to be interesting.
You gotta keep you on your toes.
You do, especially given the fact that this was technically a stall tactic. So yeah, hopefully everyone had fun. All things considered. Hopefully we'll do this
I had
next
fun.
week.
Corey hated it.
I understand why she would hate it.
Especially the lighthouse. The bird is a little better because it's straightforward. The lighthouse sucks.
Lighthouse did suck.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough for that.
Oh, it wasn't meant to be intelligence. The lighthouse was legit a how Lovecraftian can I get without being Lovecraft?
Hmm.
I like my cosmic horror stuff once I realized what was cosmic horror again. Oh yeah, almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oh.
I know you have to depart because it's midnight, so we won't keep you.
Yep.
Everyone else,
Good night.
hopefully you guys all had fun. Hopefully the audience enjoyed the hair-raising adventures that the party has started. And hopefully we'll see you guys either next week or next session, whatever. This episode will be up on Tuesday next week. Yeah, have a good time zone, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
All right.